You better watch out, you better start to cry. Better not shout, I'll tell you why. Sycho Sid is coming to town.
Well, all the skeptics and all the people have a little bit of... Let me do this again.
Oh, it's live, pal.
And I have half the brain that you do.
Tried to make me look like a jackass!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another action-packed episode of I Don't Know Shit, The Life and Times of Sycho Sid. It's time to get our sit-along on. It's me, your host, Brent Piles, as always. And with me, when I do my sit-along or sitting, my friend at GA Wrestling, Glenn Abbott, is here with me. So, Glenn, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay, thank you.
How's the weather over there in merry old England town?
It's warmed up just slightly, but it's very foggy and sort of horrible. Wintry.
It's been very nice here, actually. It's a pretty nice day today, but I'm sure that will change soon because that's how the weather works. They say that's how it works in Nebraska, but I kind of think that's how the weather is everywhere. Anyway, Glenn, the Sycho Sid is the only man who can't. The only thing he can't do is control the weather, pal.
That's about
And
right.
as I talked about the last time, the next thing he was going to do was the 1992 Royal Rumble match. And we kind of flirted with the idea of watching the whole thing, and then me and Glenn both were like, no, because that's too good for this show. And it doesn't make sense to watch the whole thing because we're only focused on Sid on this show. So we're just going to watch a little bit of Sid in the match. And we'll see what happens to Sid at the end.
Yeah, nobody lasts an hour in a match with Sid.
No, and no one should.
No.
No one should. But first, Glenn, everybody does a Royal Rumble promo, right? So we've got a Sid Royal Rumble promo.
Oh, you got a promo.
Here we go.
You know, someone asked me, Sid, why are you so confident? Why do you think you're the man that's going to win the Royal Rumble? Well, it's simple. I've always stood alone. I never needed anyone to stand beside me or behind me. And I'm going to tell you people something. When the smoke clears, I'll be the man standing. Why? Because I am the man who's superior. I am Sid Justice.
What would you rate that on a scale of Sid to 10? What would you think that promo was?
I suppose we've got to get used to these being better. So we have to rank them differently now.
That's true.
So it was short to the point. I loved his top. That was a 7.
You like the windbreaker he had on?
Oh, yeah, I had one of them.
Nobody fought the wind harder than the 1990s. We fought the wind. We wore windbreakers. We wore jackets. We wore pants. We were fighting the wind every day.
We were.
And we still are. We just don't wear the same pants anymore or shirts. But yeah, that's great. So now we're going to put it up on the screen here. We're going to watch Sid make his way into the 1992 Royal Rumble, and we're going to watch kind of an iconic ending of the Royal Rumble here. So here we go, Glenn. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Listen to this place go crazy! And forget about him!
We got Sergeant Slaughter, the Model, Rick Martel, Roddy Piper, Ric Flair, Macho Man, Randy Savage, and IRS. I mean, that's a huge deal.
Getting the tax beaten out of him.
Okay, so I was ashamed that he didn't get in and immediately throw 3 people out. You know, so we got Hogan and Flair on the outside here.
Hulk's not selling anything as usual.
No, of course not. Well, in classic babyface Hogan, let's get the guy outside the ring and suplex him.
Yeah.
So so the Warlord's in there now too.
Oh, lovely. For those not watching along, Sid's just got hold of Sergeant Slaughter and we all darted him out of the ring from one corner to the other.
That was incredible. And like Sergeant Slaughter's a small man. It's not like he can run fast. I just think that just happened.
That has got to be one of the best eliminations.
Yeah, that's in the top 5 for sure. That was great. That was amazing.
Just by the size of Slaughter and the way he went out head first. It was something else.
Like it wouldn't have been nothing if it was Shawn Michaels, but because it was Sergeant Slaughter, that's why it was big. All right, so we cut forward here in the action. The Warlord is getting worked over by Sid Vicious and Sid Justice and Hulk Hogan. Talking about a bad day. Oh, they dumped him out.
Yep.
There goes the Warlord. So we got the model Rick Martel, Randy Savage, Roddy Piper, Ric Flair, and Sid Justice. This is, for context, this is for the WWF Championship because Hogan was the champion, but they lost to the Undertaker by nefarious means, and then he won the championship back from Undertaker in nefarious means, which for some reason ended up with the championship being put up in the Royal Rumble. I don't know how that worked out exactly, but that's where we went.
And there's another 2 eliminations for Sid.
So that's 4 for him, right?
Yeah.
And he came out at number 28. So here we're down to the final 4. I mean, out of all these guys, Sid's the only one not in the Hall of Fame, and that's a shame, isn't it?
It is. He should be by now.
He definitely should, yeah.
Consider some of the dubious characters that are in there.
Right. Oh, there goes Savage. Savage is gone.
Nobody's got a bad word to say about him.
Yeah, I never heard anybody say that he was like a jerk or anything, but except for probably the people whose ass he's whooped.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he had him there. Flair doing his regular spot. Oh, now he's got him. Looks like Hogan's going to toss Flair out here.
Spoiler alert, I don't think he gets him.
Oh!
There goes
Hogan.
You're not meant to do that.
Is he new here? I'm Hulk Hogan. Are you kidding me?
I know what he's saying to him. That's justice.
Yep. Justice has been served. Oh, now Hogan grabs Sid's hand here. Oh, that backstabbing fucking Hogan. Oh, no.
There he goes.
And there he goes.
It's
Because of Hulk Hogan now, Ric Flair is the world WWF champion.
That's what it took, was the 2 legends of wrestling to defeat Sid.
Yep, and one of them had to be a cheater.
Yep.
That's the only way they could do it. It took Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan, and one of them had to cheat. And now Sid is very unhappy. He's like, what the fuck, man? Oh. Okay, Glenn. Hogan's the asshole here, right?
Yeah.
And they're trying to present this as he's the babyface now. Why? He's the asshole. He's the one who just cheated to win.
Yeah. Because he spat his dummy out that he'd been eliminated.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just funny because you look back at it now. I'm pretty sure when Sid tossed him out too, it got a pretty big pop from the crowd. I think they went back later on and edited out the crowd sound, but I'm pretty sure it got a pretty big pop from the crowd.
Because I would actually say at this point, Sid is more over than Hogan.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right.
Judging by what we've seen of the crowds going mad when he's come into the ring.
Oh, he just tossed. I don't condone throwing down their headners. That's not very nice.
No, it's
And there we go. So that is Sid in the Royal Rumble. He was screwed over by that dastardly Hulk Hogan. Glenn, can you believe this?
Yes, I can.
Glenn is not surprised.
No, I'm not.
Hogan always did heel shit.
Never was a fan. I am not surprised anything that comes out about Hogan.
Well, I used to be a fan because I was a young child.
Oh yeah.
The biggest thing ever.
That is it. That is part of it with this whole aura around Hogan. It is guys of your age remembering back to when you were young children.
Right.
Because I was that bit older, I never saw the attraction in him, shall we say.
Yeah, like I don't, as an adult, I don't think, oh God, I want to go back and watch this Hulk Hogan match. There's maybe 2 Hulk Hogan matches that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to go out of my way to watch, which is the one against The Rock and the one against the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6. And that's probably the only 2 I'm really going to go. I'll go back and watch the NWO stuff, but Yeah, you're right. As far as being an in-ring technician, that's not what you're looking for. And if I had been like, if I was your age, I'm sure I wouldn't into be as into Hulk Hogan as I ever was. You know what I mean?
No, that's right.
Yeah. So, and now, Glenn, we got a press conference here where they are going to announce who is going to be the #1 contender and will face Ric Flair for the championship at WrestleMania 8. So let's find out who it's going to be, Glenn.
Yeah, we are.
Can answer some of the questions for you. I would like to introduce at this time the president. Questions later. Just give us a minute or two. The president of the World Wrestling Federation, the Honorable Jack Tunney. Mr. Tunney. Jack, please.
Thank you very much, Gene. With so many worthy challengers anxiously awaiting a shot at Ric Flair's World Wrestling Federation title, choosing an opponent has been especially difficult. At this table up here are 5 of the challengers. Roddy Piper, The Undertaker,
How ridiculous is that?
Don't kick that hat. There's something underneath it.
It's an Undertaker. He's dead, but he had to come to this press conference.
Yeah.
You think it smells like formaldehyde in there?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Probably.
It looks like it. It looks like it does.
I had to interject. Sorry.
on my left, Sid Justice,
The fight to win, Glenn.
Macho Man Randy Savage,
Yeah, right. Like it.
and Hulk Hogan. Very hard to choose one. However, after careful consideration, as well as examining the wishes of the public at large, I have reached a decision.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the press, challenging Ric Flair for the World Wrestling Federation title
Spit it out, Tony.
at the Hoosier Dome at WrestleMania 8 will be Hulk Hogan.
This is some baby black shit.
It's not good.
He's angry, Glenn. You made him mad.
You're obviously not
Sure.
looking for the news.
Hey, yo, shut up!
I want to say something. What happened at Royal Rumble? It was simple. I was the last man standing. I would be the world champion if it wasn't for you, Hogan, pulling me out from outside the ring. Now, what you did, Jack Tunney, was bogus. The most bogus act you've ever pulled off. I want to ask you, what is it? Is it because I'm not a big movie star like Hulk Hogan, the big immortal one himself? Is it because Sid Justice is the newcomer? Well, I want to tell you something, Hulk Hogan. You couldn't beat Ric Flair on your best day, but I can. Why? Because Sid Justice rules the world.
Wait, one minute.
So there we have it, Glenn.
Hogan better be afraid.
I mean, I would be. How could you not be, Glenn? You know, if you were Hulk Hogan with that menacing glare.
And he's right. They say that all good promos are based in truth. And he's right what he said. There was no lies told there at all. Basically, he would have just picked Ric Flair up and chucked him out if it wasn't for Hogan. He'd already eliminated Hogan. How does it make Hogan the #1 contender? Apart from the fact he's Hulk Hogan.
Right. And also, like, how did Jack Tunney come to that conclusion? Just draw names out of a fucking hat? Or
I'm getting irrationally angry about this. And it's so many years later.
you're like, God damn it, it should have been.
It should have been Sid.
It should have been Sid. God damn it. Yeah. I think Sid thought it should have been Sid, and that's why we'll find out he doesn't hang around on this run for WWF very long. So, all right, and now, so they kind of make up a little bit, and
Which is a shame because we see he's doing some of his best stuff. Not only chucking jobbers, but great promos.
definitely, you're right. It's definitely been his best work as far as promos go. And so Hogan and him kind of make up a little bit, and so they schedule a tag team match here. And it's going to be Sid and Hulk Hogan battling Ric Flair and The Undertaker. So we're going to watch a little bits and pieces of this match as well. So here we go. All right, so we got Sid starting it off with Ric Flair here.
Couldn't have just had Sid against Hogan 1-on-1 to decide the number one contender.
No, Glenn, because
That's
it's how
what this-
we. No, Glenn, absolutely not. Don't go around here making sense.
No.
I'm surprised that Flair doesn't have like hip problems because whenever he takes a back body drop, he lands really hard on his hip.
He does. He
But I
never
guess
lands.
maybe that's what you do if your back was broken in a plane crash.
Mhm.
All right, so Sid is tagged in the Hulkster here. So far so good. They are a cohesive tag team at this point, Glenn.
Yeah.
I'm sure that will not change.
We'll see it was. I'm sure it won't.
See,
The thing is, they're still doing this nonsense to this day.
yeah.
Got two mortal enemies. Before they get to fight each other, we'll chuck them together as a tag team.
Well, at this point, Sid hasn't turned full blown heel, so I think that you know, they're not mortal enemies just yet, but they do that quite often in wrestling. Or you'll see like remember when Shawn Michaels and John Cena were feuding into WrestleMania 23, and then they were tag team champions.
There's a good Sid fact.
Which one?
The Undertaker couldn't move him.
Oh, that is a good one. You're right. I got to write that one down.
Look at that. Look. Not even got him off the ground slightly.
Not even an Undertaker can move Sycho Sid. That's good. That's good, brother. Here we go. Now look at them working together, pal. Look at this. Goes the Undertaker into Hogan's knee. I think they're going to be okay here, Glenn. I think at WrestleMania, Sid Justice and Hulk Hogan are going to face the tag team champions. I think that's what I think is going to happen.
The thing is that actually at this time they probably are the two biggest over baby faces in the company. Against the two biggest heels.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, I can't think of anybody else.
Just how we got here that is the problem.
Right. Well, maybe Jake Roberts too, because he was a big heel, and Randy Savage. But as far as they're kind of locked in their own thing, so.
But this was definitely prime heel Taker, and I don't think Ric Flair's ever been a face.
Well, and if he has been, he shouldn't have been.
That's right.
Here we go. Even like when the NWO was out, and you like the Horsemen, they were supposed to cheer for the Four Horsemen. I'm like, that ain't right. No, you're wrong. That ain't right. Oh, they're double teaming him now. A double team back by.
That's what you don't see anymore. A good atomic drop.
Yeah, you're right. What do you call a double? If it's called an atomic drop, you think it's called a double one is a super atomic drop?
Yeah, or something like that, or a double atomic drop.
We're gonna do the double noggin knocker.
Noggin knocking. Yep.
If you've got more than two sons, you've at least threatened them at least 6 times to knock their heads together. You never actually did it, but you threatened it.
Yeah.
Don't be like that. All dads know we threaten shit that ain't never gonna happen. We all do it. Hogan even punches Paul Bear here.
Hey.
Perfect says not me. Whose windbreaker was better, Glenn? Perfect's or Sid's? The blue one or that one?
I don't know. That's a toughie because they both look damn good in them.
Yeah, I can't lie. I like the Perfect one better. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, locks him into figure 4 here. I forgot Brutus is out here too. They've got Beefcake out here with them. Now choking Hogan in the corner.
Tugging on the tag rope.
He was just making sure it was on there, right? That's all.
Must have.
He's Mr. Perfect, Glenn. He wanted to make sure that was a perfect knot in that turnbuckle, pal. Oh, he's hulking up.
No.
He's not. He can't feel it. Sid's like, oh man, fuck this guy. Well, the Undertaker's in the ring now. Come on, Earl Hebner, get this thing under control. Sid's like, nah, I'm good. Nope, double clothesline. Here we go, Glenn. We're gonna get the hot tag. Here we go. You ready for the hot tag, Glenn? I'm ready for Sid to come in here and clean house. That's exactly what I'm ready for. How about you?
See, Sid's lost interest in this now.
Yeah, I know. He really doesn't look like he's at all interested. He's like, I don't know. I need to wash my hair. It's really sweaty.
Yeah.
Some of the products out of it, I don't know, man. I don't feel like, you know what? Burger King closes soon, like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So I gotta go, I think. Oh, you need a tag. Maybe I will. Nah.
No, we won't.
Like.
Bye.
And there he goes. Sid said, nah, man, fuck you. Oh, that kid
Oh,
slapped
somebody
him.
slapped him. Oh, there's a brave person.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it. Oh, Brutus is like, what are you doing, man? I'm just like a male stripper. Get back in there. I don't know how to do it. Look
You
at
go and help him then.
Yeah. He didn't eliminate you out of the Royal Rumble, you son of a bitch. That's what I would have said. You look ridiculous.
Joining me now, Sid Justice. There must be some reason for your actions. You turned your back on your friend, Hulk Hogan.
Shut up! First, it's easy. I don't turn my back on my friends because I don't need any friends. And furthermore, with friends like Hulk Hogan, I need no enemies. Now, I cannot still believe the words that Jack Tunney spit out his mouth and named Hulk Hogan the #1 contender to face Ric Flair for the championship at WrestleMania. Right. Because it's simple. All you have to do is open your eyes and you will see the man that's standing here is the #1 contender. Now, Jack Tunney, you've already showed favoritism, always showed favoritism toward him. He's a big movie star. Maybe I'm not. I said it once, and I'll say it again. Hulk Hogan, you couldn't beat Ric Flair on your best day. And you couldn't beat me on my worst because I am the man that rules the world.
Excellent.
Oh.
The man who rules the world.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to tell him he isn't.
Nope. Never am I.
Absolutely not, pal.
Especially in that mood.
Yeah, he was clenching his teeth, so he looked terrifying. Absolutely. But yeah, so there is the venture through the 1992 Royal Rumble, when our poor Sid was screwed out of the WWF Champion by that dastardly Hulk Hogan, and then that dastardly Hulk Hogan and that bastard Jack Tunney. I'm just kidding. I love you, Jack Tunney. Picked Hogan to be the #1 contender instead of Sid, and then Sid said, fuck you, Hulk Hogan. I'm out of here doing the tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're on to he's going to be a heel in everybody else's eyes, Glenn, but not in ours.
And it's quite funny that about this time you get Undertaker turning face and Sid turning heel.
Yep. But unfortunately, he doesn't stick around for the World Wrestling Federation after WrestleMania 8. But we will get there to WrestleMania 8. Next week, we are definitely going to watch him battle the Brooklyn Brawler, so that'll be fun.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Then we'll also see him tear apart the barbershop, so that's going to be amazing.
Yes. Yeah.
And there are other jobbers. We will see him destroy 2 or 3 jobbers next week to make up for the jobbers this week.
You get to see Brutus flying as well.
You're going to get to see him running for his life.
He doesn't strike me as somebody that would be happy taking a bump from Sid.
No, he's like, that don't work for me, brother.
I'll just run.
Definitely, I'll just run. So definitely, but next week, I promise we'll have 2 or 3 jobbers. We'll watch him beat up 2 or 3 jobbers to make up for the jobbers we didn't see this week. But we had to tell the story of where Sid's going in the coming months at WrestleMania. So,
well, that's it. Yeah, we are trying to tell the story, so it's not a case of every week he's just throwing jobbers around.
Yeah, most weeks he will, and some weeks he won't. It's just the way it is. The Sid giveth, and the Sid powerbombeth taketh it away, if you know what I mean, pal. All right, Glenn. Well, I think that's it. All we need now to do is have Glenn say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, all the skeptics and all the people that have a little bit of... Let me do this again.
Oh, it's live, pal.
And I have half the brain that you do. Try